The NFL season is upon us. And you know what that means? That means NFL power rankings are coming back. I cannot wait to start these up again. I'm so excited about this that I decided to make a video where I'm going to give my 2022 predictions on all 32 NFL teams on whether they are going to be better or worse than they were last year. Some will be obvious. Some of them are going to piss you off, but they're all going to be facts because they're coming from me. Boom. All right, let's get started. I'm going to do these teams in alphabetical order, so there is no favoritism. And if you don't want to go through this entire video, you could fast forward and just look at the teams that I've got going on right now and find the teams you're interested in hearing about. Alphabetical order by the city. Number 1, Arizona Cardinals. All right, last year, Arizona was 11-6. You remember that hot start that they had. Week in, week out, I was talking about how I had no faith in Kyler Murray. I think this team is overachieving. Their schedule was soft. I still feel this way. I still have no faith in Kyler Murray. And it looks like the rest of the NFL experts are starting to agree. 11-6? Nah. The Arizona Cardinals will be worse in 2022. Next up, Atlanta Falcons. Now, Atlanta Falcons last year definitely overachieved. They finished the year at 7-10, and they had no business winning 7 games last year. This is a no-brainer. The Atlanta Falcons are going to be one of the worst teams in football. Definitely going to have a worse record than 7-10. And in my opinion, we'll probably have a top 3 draft pick next year. Next, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens were 8-9 last year, which I thought was fitting, right? About a 500 team for like a 500 team, right? However, I do think the Ravens are going to be better this year. They're going to win more than 8 games. Why do I think this? Lamar Jackson's playing for a contract. My man's going to pull out all stops. He's going to want to win games, which means he's not going to throw the ball. He's going to run. Dude is going to be in top 5 rushing this year. Mark my words. Next, Buffalo Bills. Now, I don't know much about this team. I thought they were a CFL team. Who the hell are the Buffalo Bills? Oh, I don't know. Just the greatest team in the NFL? 11-6 last year? They're going to shatter that. I have the Bills losing like 2 games this year. But secretly, when I can't sleep at night, I start thinking about the season just to make myself fall asleep. And in those, like, I guess daydreams you would call them, these motherfuckers go undefeated. Nobody's touching this team this year. Call me arrogant. Call me stupid. Call me delusional. Call me what you want. But what you need to do is call me at the end of the year when the Bills have that 1 seed locked up. Definitely over 11. Definitely. Next, Carolina Panthers. Panthers finished the year 5-12 last year. Yeah, see, I hate Baker Mayfield, and I don't think he's going to make that big of a difference this year. And this all hinges on Christian McCaffrey's health. But you got to go into the season assuming that he's going to be healthy. So I'm going to say that they're better this year. Next, the Chicago Bears. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears finished 6-11 last year. They were good. With the number 1 pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. The Chicago Bears suck. They suck. Donkey balls in Tijuana for Rusty Nichols every Tuesday at noon is what they suck. Yeah, they're going to win 2 games this year. Next, Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati went 10-7 last year. Went to the Super Bowl. See, this is tough for me, right? Because I think that that's basically where they're going to be this year, 10-7. I don't think anyone really thought that they were the best team in the AFC, except the Bengals fans. But I don't think, I don't even think they're going to win the division. 10-7, man. Just because I have to make a choice. Fuck, I hate this. I'm going to go under. Say 9-8. Next, Cleveland Browns. The good old Brownies finished 8-9 last year. And despite one of their players giving me one of my fantasy football team names this year, I'm going under. I don't think they win 8 games. Next, Dallas Cowboys. All right, the Cowboys finished 12-5 last year, won their division. There is absolutely 0 chance that they win 12 games this year. I don't even think they're going to win the division. I got the Cowboys winning like 8 or 9 games this year. They 100% took a step back from last year. Next, Denver Broncos. All right, the Broncos finished 7-10 last year. Obviously, they upgraded their quarterback to Russell Wilson. Obvious. It's a huge upgrade from Drew Lock. I mean, and yes, I'm going to go with the over. They finish with more than 7 wins. They're going to have at least 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. But I'm not trying to hype them up like everybody else is. They're still in a tough division. I don't care what Broncos fans are saying or what ESPN analysts are saying. Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, and Tim Patrick, they are still who they are. And just because you bring Russell Wilson in there doesn't turn them into Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. You feel me? No. Next, Detroit Lions. All right, Lions finished 3-13-1 last year. They are 100% going to win 4 or more games this year. They're a better team They're a better team than 3-13 from last year. So many of those games that they lost, they could have or should have won. Yeah, Lions definitely over. Next, Green Bay Packers. Green Bay finished the year 13-4 last year. They still have Aaron Rodgers, but they lost Devontae Adams. And their run game is still the tits. This one's tough, but 13 is a lot of wins. I'm going to say that they win either 11 or 12, so that's going to put me at giving them the under. Next, Houston Texans. Yo, I like Davis Mills. I really do. I mentioned that all year last year. I think he's going to be all right. And because of that, I think they're going to be better than their 4-13 record from last year. They're going to win 5 games. They also drafted a running back who I think is going to surprise some people this year. Next, Indianapolis Colts. All right, the Colts finished the year at 9-8 last year. Matty Ice coming to Indianapolis is just the next quarterback in the succession of old quarterbacks that just keep coming here, but I think he's going to be okay. I mean, he led the Falcons to 7 wins last year, which is just unimaginable. He now has an offensive line. He now has the best running back in football. He's even got himself a defense. Colts are going to win that division. I'm definitely going over. I told my boy who's a big Colts fan recently that I wish the Colts were in the NFC because I hate rooting for an AFC team, being a Bills fan. But there's so many players over there that I like, and their head coach is Frank Reich. How could a Bills fan not root for Frank Reich? Fucking Colts, man. Next, Jacksonville Jaguars. Look, this team I think is still trash. Trash. I have zero faith in Trevor Lawrence. If you remember from last year, I said that every fucking week. But the running back, ATM, yeah, that guy, he's coming back this year. He might provide some shit. Christian Kirk is their big side. I don't know, but Lawrence has got to throw the ball to somebody, right? Look, they're going to win more than 3 games. I think they're going to win 4. So because of that, I got to take the over. Next, Kansas City Chiefs. All right, hear me out. I'm a Bills fan. Yes, we hate the Patriots, we hate the Jets, we hate the Dolphins. The Chiefs have become one of our rivals because we've lost to them in the playoffs the last 2 seasons, right? Last year's ending was arguably the best game in NFL history, right? I hate the Chiefs. I hate them. But they're a good fucking team. They finished 12-5 last year. The only reason why I'm saying under on the 12-5 is simply because their division has upgraded something fierce. They're going to lose division games that they wouldn't have lost last year. So while I do have them at under, I think they're going to win like 10, 11 games. They're just not going to win 12. That being said, fuck the Chiefs. I said what I said. Next, Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders were 10-7 last year and made the playoffs. Surprisingly. Raiders upgraded with Devontae Adams. This is tough for me because 10 wins is probably where I have them. Much like the Bengals. Yes, they've upgraded their team a lot. But they're also in a tough division with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. I think all 4 of those teams are going to finish around the 8, 9, 10 win area. But fuck it. I don't know. I'm not going to say 11. I can't say 10. I'm going to say under at 9. Next, Los Angeles Chargers. All right, the Chargers finished 9-8 last year. They're definitely going over. But they are playing in a tough division. Much like I said about the Chiefs and the Raiders and the Broncos, they're playing these teams twice a year each. These are tough games. You can bring in whoever it is that you want. You're still playing these tough games in your division. The hype surrounding the Chargers coming into this year, they are the sexy pick of the year for sure. I'm giving them over 9, 100%, but I'm not hopping on that hype train just yet. They still have Brandon Staley as their head coach, and we all know he is. Next, Los Angeles Rams. All right, Rams finished 12-5, won the Super Bowl. Woohoo. The Rams are not winning 12 games this year. In fact, bold prediction, Rams don't win the division, might not even make the playoffs. Sorry, I thought I heard Aaron Donald coming to hit me over the head with a fucking helmet. What I honestly think is the Rams are going to be so rattled, such aftershock. After the opening game of the season this year, they're going to take such a fat L that they're just not going to... I don't even remember who they're playing. I can't remember. But whoever it is that they're playing are going to just KGB style stick it in you so bad that they can't recover for the entire year. Under 12, 100%. Next, Miami Dolphins. Is anyone else getting tired of hearing about Tua? Or is it just me because they're a division foe? I'm so sick, so tired of hearing about how accurate he is. Bruh, I could be accurate too if I threw the ball 6 feet to the left. Oh, but they've got the fastest receivers in football with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Awesome. Fantastic. Speed and stats like that win you championships. Oh, 9-8. Yeah, no, I'm going under. I think they win like 5 games this year. Next, Minnesota Vikings. All right, here's where I'm going to catch some hate. Justin Jefferson is probably, arguably, the best wide receiver in football. Kirk Cousins gets shit on by everybody, year in, year out. But he's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not. Dalvin Cook, if he stays healthy. Cook, Jefferson, Cousins. Shit, you even throw Adam Thielen in there? Vikings are going to be all right. They were 8-9 last year. I'm going over. I actually have the Vikings winning that division. Call me fucking nuts. Next, New England Patriots. All right, the Patriots finished the year last year at 10-7. Decent season for a rookie QB, am I right? Can't remember how they did in the playoffs, though. Something happened. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I got the Patriots winning less than 10 games this year. Most definitely. Mac Jones is just not that good, man. Bill Belichick, he's still Bill Belichick. I get that. Defense is still going to be solid. But you're going to get your asses handed to you. I mean, you got to play the Bills twice. Next, New Orleans Saints. All right, the Saints went 9-8 last year. I don't even remember them doing that well last year. This is crazy to me. But I don't really have much to say about the Saints. I don't really... Do the Saints still play in the NFL? I mean, I feel like ever since Drew Brees left, I don't really know much about that team except Jameis Winston being a sack of balls. I'm going under 9 wins. Next, New Jersey Giants. The New Jersey Giants went 4-13 last year. They are going to win more than 4 games this year, so I'm taking the over. I so badly want Daniel Jones to be good because he's a QB from Duke. Coach K always has them, you know, front running for like the championship. Oops. Tyrod Taylor is going to end up starting some games for this team. I think the Giants are going to win some games down the stretch that don't mean anything, like games against Washington and some other shit of the league. The Giants are going to win like 5 or 6 games this year, 100%. Next, New Jersey Jets. Jets finished 4-13 last year because they suck. Yeah, they added some pieces this year in the draft. 100%, you can't deny that. You also can't deny that their quarterback, Zach Wilson, he's not good. I'm sorry, he's not good. And so long as the Jets keep rolling him out there thinking he's the man, they're going to continue to lose games. Now, here's the thing. Here's the rub. It all depends on how many games Zach Wilson misses in the beginning of the year. Because if he misses 1 or 2, that's 1 or 2 wins that the Jets could possibly win with Joe Flacco. So I hate having to make this pick. Listen, when Zach Wilson got hurt in preseason, the following morning, it was all over the radio. I remembered it was a Saturday morning. I was working and I'm listening to ESPN radio and they're talking about the injuries probably going to have him out for the entire year. So I went fucking running to my website and put $200 on the Jets to win over 5 games. Because if Zach Wilson's not playing, this team is immediately better. Then it comes out a couple days later that the injury is not that bad and he's only going to miss a week or 2. Fuck me, there's a waste of $200. 4 wins, man. I don't know, man. They can win 5 games. I'm gonna go over and say they win either 4 or 5 games. They win 5 games this year. Next, Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, I love this one. Eagles went 9-8 last year. Pretty decent. Made the playoffs. But this year, I have the Eagles winning the NFC East. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. Jalen Hurts still has a lot to prove, but they got him some weapons. And oh boy, did they upgrade that defense. And that defense was already pretty all right. Bro, I'm taking the over on this one. 100%. Not by much. I think they win like 10 or 11 games, but I'm still taking the over. Next, Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers finished 9-7 last year. Ben Roethlisberger is gone. Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, who knows? Either way, they're not winning 9 games this year. I'm taking the under. I'm also going to go out on a limb and say that this is going to be top 10 worst offensive lines ever in the history of the NFL. I absolutely love watching the Steelers struggle, so this makes me happy in the face. Next, San Francisco 49ers. Niners finished 10-7 last year, made an improbable run to the NFC Championship game, surprised a lot of people. Off-season, they did the same thing, surprised a lot of people. They named Trey Lance their starter. I'm not convinced that Trey Lance is ready yet. I understand that they want to move away from Jimmy G, especially with his contract and the money that he's owed. I also understand that you've got a solid running game, one of the best receivers in football in Deebo Samuel, a solid defense, but Trey Lance, bro. 10-7. The crazy thing is I have the Niners winning the division simply because I think the Rams are going to take a step back. Seattle sucks and Arizona have got no faith. I think they win the division, but I think they win the division with 9 wins because Trey Lance. I'm going under. Next. Seattle Seahawks. Seattle went 7-10 last year. Seattle's going to win 7 games between the next 2 years combined. Seattle is going to be awful. They are going to have a top 5 draft pick next year's draft. I know DK Metcalf is out there pissed that he's got Drew Lock or Geno Smith throwing him the ball. Either way, this team's going to suck. I'm going way under. And finally, the Washington, those guys, Washington. Washington was 7-10 last year. I'm literally drawing a blank on who their quarterback is. Oh my God, I had to Google it. Carson Wentz. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, 7 wins last year. They're going to win 4 this year. Way under on this team. All right, that's what I got. 2 weeks till kickoff, baby. Make sure you look out for the power rankings because they will be back this year. If you happen to disagree with anything I just said in this video, just know in the deepest part of your heart that you are fucking wrong because these picks right here are accurate. But I love you anyway. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the follows. And we will see you in a couple weeks for week 1 power rankings. Let's go.